A Dunedin musician has just won a raft of awards at a country music competition held in Oamaru. Kelvin Cummings has returned from the Whitestone Country Music Awards and he's here to tell us about his accolades. Good evening, Kelvin.
Evening.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us what you won.
Ended up winning a whole pile of awards. They're all based around country music, so country rock, male solo, male gospel, so something to do with religious base there. And also a duet with another person from Dunedin, Amanda Goodwin, and as a result ended up taking out the runner-up prize for everything on top of that, so there was just more awards coming. It was really exciting.
And now, when were these awards held?
They were held at the start of October, and which was fine by me because as a school teacher the school holidays kind of timed in quite nicely. So the first Saturday of that first holiday, which was great.
Had you entered before?
No, I hadn't entered before, and I kind of did it a little bit on a whim. Amanda Goodwin basically asked me, what are you doing for the weekend? Are you keen to give it a go? And she kept nudging and nudging, and I was, well, yeah, sure, why not? And then ended up just doing it on a whim, and just luckily enough was able to take out a whole pile of prizes at the same time. It was awesome.
Were you surprised by your success?
Yes, very surprised. There's a lot of very talented singers out there and a whole pile of different genres of music, and it was just really fortunate that I was able to just peg them, I guess, this time round, which was great.
How long have you been a musician?
I've been a musician for a long time. I started getting paid for it when I was about 12 or so. I ended up touring with Noel Parlane, an old country musician who used to be Dunedin based, now based in Australia. But I'm still performing every weekend, Fridays and Saturdays, with a band called Idle Frets, so that keeps me very busy, doing lots of weddings and things.
And you raced back to Dunedin after competing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, because I wasn't expecting to do as well as I did at the awards, I ended up making it into the finals on the Saturday night, which meant I was required to sing all of the songs again and compete for the trophies at that point there, which was awesome, fine, except I had a gig down at the St Kilda Tavern in South Dunedin. So as soon as I talked to the organisers, I said, hey, look, is it possible to weasel it so I'm able to do mine nice and early? And they were really great. They helped me out by putting most of the ones that I was doing early in the first half, and got in the car with my wife at a rate of knots, and ended up racing back to Dunedin. Only about 30 minutes late to the gig, but everybody was really understanding.
What do you think makes a good country singer? I
think a good country singer just has to have a really good eye for a story. A lot of good country songs aren't all about dead dogs and horses and your wives leaving them and things. A lot of them are just a matter of telling a really nice story and being able to convey that within your singing, obviously singing in pitch, not necessarily sounding all Joe Yoke or American, but just making a song sound really genuine.
Have you got another competition lined up? Not
so much competitions. I'll be doing gold guitars next year, but the upcoming Kiwis versus England game, I've got the anthems to sing at that, so that's an exciting one. And I'm going to put my hat in the ring to try and audition for Phantom of the Opera, which Dunedin Musical Theatre are doing next year.
What advice would you give to hopeful musicians?
Just persevere with your craft. If you're really passionate about singing, learn as much as you can from as many people as you can and stick with it, and the world's your oyster, really.
What's your favourite country song?
My favourite country song at the moment, because it always changes, would be a song called Yeah, which is by Joe Nichols. Very fun, loving song where this guy's basically sitting on a hay bale in the middle of nowhere, and a really hot-looking girl comes up to him and starts offering him drinks and things, and he's thinking, yeah, this is the best place in the world, and starts agreeing to a whole pile of things that he normally wouldn't agree to, but I mean, he's a guy, let's be honest.
Dunedin musician Kelvin Cummings, congratulations once again on your awards, and thanks for coming in.
All right, thank you.